Hello and welcome. It's Bonnie from curlygirlcrafter here in Colorado. It is January 26th, Wednesday, 2022. Somebody caught my last video. I said the wrong year. I never know what day it is, much less what year it is. So sorry about that, people. Okay, so this is going to be a finish parade and a WIP parade for cross stitch only. And I wanted to let you guys know. So I came into 2022 with 35 WIPs for cross stitch. And in the back of my Lori Holt planner, there's a place for notes. I've listed all my WIPs, and then as I complete them, I'm highlighting them so I know they're done. Now that's not full finish. That's just, I finished the stitching part. So I'm coming into 2022 with 35 WIPs. I have already finished one of them and I'll show it here in a second. But this is my planner. I had a couple of questions on this, so I'll just go through it really quick. So it's very simple how this is my crafting planner basically. It just is nice to have some goals, because sometimes if I don't write down goals, I sit around at night and twiddle my thumbs and think, oh, what did I do all evening? Anyway, so on the monthly spread, I'll just write in like what I did work on. And then down the corner, I'll put an X for cross stitch, meaning, oh, I worked on some cross stitch, or a Q for quilting. I did some quilting, or W for wool if I worked on a wool project, just so I know. It's not any kind of, you know, earth-shattering information. And then also at the beginning of every month, in like this is January's, I put all my hobbies down here, my craft hobbies, the cross stitch, the quilts, quilting, and wool projects. And I have a little bit of scrapbooking over here. Still need to finish my December daily from Allie Edwards. But anyway, and I'll just put some goals down, like of things I want to either work on or finish, or, you know, maybe I just need to cut out a quilt that I want to work on. And then I'll write that on here. And, you know, as I finish them, I'll highlight them either at the end of the month if I've gotten them done, or as I go. And here comes Apollo, I think. He's busting in the door. I'm sure he will arrive any minute. Oh yeah, here he is. Hi, buddy. What's the matter? Do you need a cookie? Okay, let's get a cookie, and then we have to get back to business. Can you come up here a little higher? Come on, up here. No, up here, up here. No, come here. No, you can't get on the bed. I have the bed covered. Here, come here. Oops, here, come here. Up here, up on mom's lap. Come on. Up here. Good boy. Okay, yes. Look at the camera and say hello, because people were asking about you last time. Yes, they were. Okay. Yes, thank you. Okay. Oh, okay. Ugh. Okay. So that is my planner, and I don't use the daily pages that's all you get. They're gone. That's all you get. I don't use the daily pages in here for anything. Just, I don't know. I couldn't come up with anything, and I wasn't going to create something just to make my life hard. And then at the back, I have all my WIPs for all my different hobbies. You know, the ones I need that need to be, these are cut out quilts that are in progress. There's 19 of those. I guess I shouldn't have licked my finger. I have 8 wool WIPs, and quilt tops, I have 46. Yes, I have 46. Although I did finish one of them. So now I only have 45. And then my cross stitch projects, I came into 2022 with 35. Okay, so let's get started. I'll do the finish parade first. And if you have any questions on a pattern or something, just ask. I'm not going to go through what everything was. That just takes too much time. If you want to know, just ask me. And if you really need to get a hold of me and I don't answer you back right away, I do read everybody's comments. But if I haven't answered your question, if you email me, I see that quicker or faster than if you put it. So anyway, if you need to know something pretty quick. Okay, so let's just get started here. So I think I kind of got back into crafting around April-ish of last year. And this, I can't remember if this was my first finish, but this is definitely one of my very first finishes. And this is from Plum Street Samplers. And I cannot tell you what the name of it is, but if you want to know, just ask me. So Plum Street Samplers, I started this in honor of my daughter's wedding to her current husband back in June. So this was not my first finish then, because this was in June. But anyway, well, it could have been a first finish. Doesn't matter. Isn't it cute? I love the whale with a mermaid. Okay, that hangs in our bathroom downstairs because it kind of has a ocean theme to it. I also did, these were some of my first finishes, are these little Lori Holt cross-stitch cards. And so that's what, I really was getting into these because this is what I started working on, thinking, oh, okay, I can do these. These are doable. So that's what all these little guys are. The flower one, I think, is my favorite. I kind of made them too small. I wish I would have left more room around the side when I made these little pillows, but now I know. Okay, I'm going to close the door. Okay, and then I did make one for March. See, I like the way this one came out best. I think this was the first one I did. I don't know. Anyway, I wasn't recording anything at that point. And then I also made these this summer. Old Glory and America. I love these. This was not my favorite to stitch on. I think it has polyester in it or something. It just wasn't my favorite. Okay, then this is Icy Red. Let me grab my whiteboard here so it's a little bit easier to see. Okay, this is Icy Red. This was my porch stitch. I'm sure you guys, any of you have been watching me, you know, this was my porch stitch. Icy Red from the Scarlet House. And as I would sit outside watching Apollo after dinner in the summertime, that was that project. Stitchy Stars from Lori Holt, Be in My Bonnet. I don't have it. I want to mount it on here. It's not mounted. I'm just kind of holding it on. This was super fun to do because it's like each little block was its own little project. So that was super fun to work on. Really enjoyed that. This is called Faithful Friend from Scattered Seed Designs. Oops, I have stuff going everywhere. Of course, you gotta love the dog, right? That was fun. And then this one is called, this is the Gobbler from Heartstring Samplery. I was super proud of this one. I've loved this one like forever. Well, not forever, but you know, so cute. There's also another version on a darker Ada with some different coloring. I think this one's nighttime and one's daytime, but he's so cute. Turkeys are fun. And then let's see, what's the next one is, oh, and Rudolph from La Di Da, which is right here. I don't know why, but it was really super hard to stitch those two reindeer at the top. I don't know why. I don't know if I was distracted for some reason, but I love it. I want to make that into a little pillow. I got some finishing to do, don't I? Okay, and then the Bottle and Brush Tree Farm, which I actually finished this one this year, and you guys have already seen this one. Probably in my last video, actually. But I had some problems with this one. My trees got down too far. But it's all good. And then this one, I started this one in November with Black Sampler Month, November. Jacob from Modern Folk Embroidery started it. This is from Blackbird Designs, and I think it's called the Blackbird. It's a free download. So I was excited to do that one. So I got that one finished. And then one other little guy that I worked on is this little strawberry that I'm still working on to get finished. It's a Blackbird Design little pattern, and I just love the moth on it. I need to get, I have a couple buttons here that I'd like to put as a topper. One or the other one is my hope, but I haven't gotten it finished. I had to actually get to the store and get some some button thread, and I picked some up finally, and now here it sits ready to finish. I'm sure none of you have that problem, right? Okay, so that is my finishes for 2021. Now these are the WIPs that I'm bringing in. Sorry. Okay, and I have mine. This is how I have mine. So in this basket here are my winter holiday and fall holiday WIPs. This other basket is all the other ones, like summer samplers or what have you, that are not holiday specific to fall or winter. So that's how I store them right now. And then I have another basket that I have what I'm working on for the month. That's what I usually do is when the month is starting, I go through my projects or my patterns and pull out ones that I want to work on for the month. So like this is January, so I'm kind of like into the wintry kind of stuff, but not Christmas. Although I'm kind of getting into the springy stuff too. Kind of really over Christmas. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start. This is one of my bags. Bringing Home the Tree from Lori Holt. This one I started in December. And I have a little start on it, but there's a lot filling in on this booger. On that whole sign on the bottom that says Bring Home the Tree. Some threads. These are not in order of when I started them. They're just in order by how I have them in my project bags. So looks like we're doing Christmas first. Christmas and winter. Okay, this is Christmas Tree Farm, the Prairie Schooler. And this was one of my 12 by 12 starts, which was 12 by 12, meaning 12 starts New Year's Eve day between noon and midnight. I would start one project. And so that's my little bitty start there for Christmas Tree Farm. My project bag. I love the nutcrackers. Okay, this is another one of my bags. Like, look at Santa swimming with a reindeer. This is from Not Forgotten Farm. And, oh, let me show it to you. The donkey is so cute. And here is my little bitty start. Well, it's not little bitty. It's not too bad. I got frustrated with the colors on this and put it away. I was all into it. And then, I don't know. I didn't like the color of the car or the wagon thing because doesn't matter. I got to play around with it and change the rest of the colors or else start it over. I don't want to start it over. I am not good at starting over and I'm not good at ripping out. So I will change the other colors going forward to make it work for me. Okay, and then the next one. This is my project bag. Somebody's calling Apollo and I shut the door and he's gonna get up and be all annoying to me now. Okay, this is Farmhouse Christmas. And I'm currently working on Horse and Around block. I love this project. I might get back to this one. Here is what it looks like all together. It's kind of hard to see. I printed that out so that I would know which order to put them in. But here is my progress on this. And it looks like I still have a thread hanging here that I just quit in the middle of. But I do like this one. It's very fun. It's a fun one to stitch on. I like doing the little blocks onto a big piece like this. I'm finding I liked that a lot. So I have to start some more of those. Like all the Hawk Run Hollow ones. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Another one of my bags. Ugly sweaters. This is little fox stitches, and I'll show you, I think this was a PDF I must have printed. It's called Christmas Gingerbread Village. Might be super hard to see. Oh, you can kind of see it. My daughter Madison really liked this one. She's made a lot more progress than me. I've started a little progress. I don't know. I was having a hard time getting into this one. Even though it's like little different blocks. I like it, but I don't know. I just couldn't get going on it. I don't know why. I was finding it not quick to stitch. And so I was having to do, I started in a bad place, I think. Well, I started in the middle. I wanted to start in one of the houses, and so I started in the middle. Okay, this, one of my bags. This is Midnight Watch from Blackbird Designs. I know everybody's seen this one. And I absolutely love this. There's also a quilt made by Blackbird Designs that is very similar to it that I would like to make. There's another one that's kind of similar. One of their samplers, look. It's also a quilt. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, I made a mistake, a counting mistake on this. And when I figured it out, I quit. And I think I have figured out how to fix it. I'm going to have to be leaving off part of the bottom border, but here's my progress right now. I was enjoying it so much, and then I was going to town on the border and figured out by the time I was getting down here at the bottom that, oh, wait, I don't have enough room to put this whole sampler on here. What was I thinking? Well, at any rate, I think I figured out, because I don't want to start it over. Like I said, I'm not good at that. Pretty, pretty colors, fall colors. Oh, so pretty. Anyway, Madison and I sat down and looked at it, and I think I have it figured out where what I will do to fix that. Okay, this is a Mill Hill that I started. This was from 12 by 12. It's a haunted house with some ghosts on it. This is done on perforated paper. And I have a very small start on here. But nonetheless, it's a start, I guess. Like I said, it was one of the 12 by 12. So I think this was at dinner time, and so I didn't do much on it. I like stitching on the perforated paper, though. That was kind of fun. One of my bags. Isn't she cute? Okay, this is Olga's autumn stocking. Oh, I haven't looked at this for a while. I think this one's so pretty too. And can't wait to get back to this one. Got some progress on it. I have a couple pumpkins done, and it looks like an acorn, obviously. I have no idea what, I don't know, looks like I just stitched something up there. I don't know. Probably so I could count something, but I don't know what that is. Anyway, super cute. There's so much stitching in these pumpkins. But it's fun to work on. Love it. Look at all the fun colors. Fun. Sherry. I think she lives in Tennessee. Has been asking about how we do our thread. Madison and I do our thread. So what we do, Sherry, is we take a skein of DMC. So this is DMC right here. And it's about, well, we unwind the whole thing and then wind it back up to, what is this, like 36 inches? No. Yeah, this is like 36 inches long. And then when you fold it in half, so it's more like 18 inches long. But we double strand this. So we do the loop method on the back. Surely you guys all know more than I do. But then when you fold it in half, you get a double strand of an 18-inch length. And then we put it on our floss strap. Because see, I just looped that in half. Gosh, Sherry, if you need more info, please let me know. And then we just hook it onto the floss drop like that. And then Weeks Dye Works or Color and Cotton or any of those, we do the same thing. Because we do the loop method and we always do 2 strands because we're Ada stitchers. Except there is one project that I did 1 strand on, which I do not like working on. We'll get to that one. Okay, so that is Plum Street Samplers, Olga's stocking. Sorry for the side note there. Okay, now this is not my bag, but this is a beautiful bag, and I love this bag. Look at all the woodland animals. Oh, speaking of which, so this is my 1 strand project. Bearing Gifts, Kathy Barrick. Absolutely love, look at her dress and her big strawberry. I love this project. I don't like stitching. Oh no, it's not 1 strand, it's 3 strands. That's what I don't like about it. I don't like stitching with 3 strands. And I've made a mistake or 2 on this. And it's up in these flower nonsense, but I figured out how to fix it. So anyway. And I think I made a mistake down on this vase or that pot that the squirrel's sitting into, but I fixed that. Fudged it. I didn't fix it. I fudged it. Okay. But I do love that one. But I don't like working with 3 strands. Now there are my project bags. This is the fabric from the Brady Bunch gal, Marsha. She designed this fabric. Doesn't it so look like the 70s? Okay. I just love it. There's another one that's got a blue background that I love too. This is George Decorates for Martha. And I'm sorry, this is not a good picture because I made a working copy because I was marking on it. And then, look at the pretty colors. So pretty. And then my progress is, what is my progress? I don't even know. I don't know. I guess I just have the border done. So that's what I have is the border done. But I'll take it. That's okay. Now when I come back to it, I have a good place to start. Right, Apollo? Apollo's asleep. Oh my gosh, it's hot in here today. We have snow on the ground. We got some snow yesterday, quite a bit, which is good. It's so dry. Okay, this is a bag I made, the Bluebirds. Kathy Barrick, Sunflower Farm. This was one of my 12 by 12 starts. So if you watched my 12 by 12, you've already seen 12 of these starts. So sorry. But it is what it is. And I've got one of the medallions done, which I did make a mistake in, but oh well. I fudged it and got it to be symmetrical and it's fine. I just won't count off of it. Okay. This, another one of my project bags. It's a crazy Halloween one. This is, oh, I love this project. Autumn Strolls from Lindy Stitches. Look at the turkeys and the pheasant in the center. I don't know, turkeys are, I like turkeys. They're funny. They're funny little critters. And I've got to start on this. I've got the pheasant done and part of a turkey, which I love. Let's see how this shows up. Oh yeah, it's fine. Huh. Look at the pheasant, isn't he cute? He was a lot of messing around stitching with all his little coloring in there. But I do like this one. Pretty colors. They're fun. I have to really make sure I get everything back in the right bags because, oh goodness. Can't tell you how many times, just before I started filming this, I found, because I hang these all over the place and I know I should put the names of what the project is on here and I'm going to make some tags and do that because that's what I need to do. I came in here and two of them were hanging out here on the knobs on this desk that I sit at. And I'm like, oh man, I have no idea what they go to. Okay, so that was the holiday basket. Let's see, this was a 12 by 12 start. This is, everybody knows this. Consider the Lilies, Heartstring Samplery. Picture this plus 16 count fog. I have a note on here. Everybody knows what this one is. A lot of people have been working on this. I just have a tiny start. It was one of my 12 by 12s later in the night. I do remember that. Look at all these pretty flosses. Aren't they so pretty? I think they are. This is not my bag. This bag is from Joyful Stitching. Really nice bag. Got it off Etsy. I don't know what it's about, floss tube, but every time I get on here, my nose starts itching. Bag I made. This is Teresa Kogut's For the Love of Nature. This was my birthday start last month. And on the 20th of every month, I'm hoping to at least work on it a little bit. And this is my start. I showed this last video, I believe, as well. I had to stop working on it because I was missing some of the threads that I thought I had, but I didn't have them, so I had to wait. Okay, some of these projects in this basket I think I've never shown on here because I started them before I started doing floss tube. This is Amelia Prescott and how her parents did educate her. I fell in love with this one when I saw the multiplication chart on here and the houses at the bottom. Like, oh, love this. Well, I was, of course, all into it, and I have not made that big of a progress on it. It's when I first started cross stitching again. I've started the, I think it goes this way. I started the gridding out the chart, but I think I quickly got bored and moved on, which is what happens, but I'll get back to it because I really like this chart a lot. There's another one that's like this that has a bird in the center of it. And I don't have that pattern, but I would like to get it. Okay, this is one that I started like 5 years ago or so when I thought I was going to do cross stitching and bought a bunch of linen and stuff that I was not going to stitch on. This is All American Fin. And let me tell you, that whale, holy moly. So I have the whale done, but I haven't completed anything else much on here. So there's my whale. And it looks like I've got started the water on the bottom and the compass there in his tail. So that is a lot of stitching. I don't know how people do like full coverage. I don't think full coverage is for me, but you never know. I'm not going to say never. I don't know if I showed this bag. This is one of my bags. I forgot to show Amelia Prescott's bag because I think her bag is cool. Look at the vintage cameras. Love those. Okay. While we're on bags, this is another one of my bags. This is the Suffrage Act from Little House Needleworks. My friend Yvonne has completed this one. Hers is beautiful. Here's my start. And I was surprised at how long it was taking me to do these letters. But here's some gorgeous threads that, of course, go with it. Okay. Keep moving along. Kind of just wanted this to be a pretty quick little video. So I try not to ramble on too much. Okay. Oh, here's that other fabric from Marcia from the Brady Bunch with the blue. This has in it strawberry seeds from the Stitching with the Housewives. This was another 12 by 12 start. And my hope is to make these into little kind of like seed cards and put them in like some kind of cute little bin or a little bucket or something on. I don't know if you can see the coloring in that. The light is fading out here. There we go. Oh, there we go. It's fun to stitch on. I don't really care for stitching on black, but it's okay. I like the look of it when I'm done stitching with it. So I have a bunch of seed cards from Stitching with the Housewives that I would like to stitch into little cards and then just have like a little bucket or something and finish them like a flat, stiff, like a seed packet, like a real seed packet. Okay, let's see. This is not my bag. This is from Fat Quarter Shop. This was the mystery sail away. And I don't really have a picture of the completed project. And I started this, was doing really good at the stitch along. And sorry, I did not iron any of these, so sorry. I don't have time for ironing right now. Got other things to do. Okay, so there's that. And I like sea stuff a lot, so you'll see that in a lot of my stuff, but I didn't make very good progress on that. I don't know why. Another Fat Quarter Shop bag. Love their mesh bags too. Of course, what woman does not like? Oh, I started this because Kim over at the Contented Stitcher got everybody hooked on this. And Michelle from Mama Loves GB also. Isn't that pretty? I love the zebra. And I stopped this. I can't remember why. I started something else and then I haven't gotten back to it. But I love that. And I love what I'm doing. This fabric is gorgeous. Anybody wants to know anything about fabric or whatever, please just let me know. I can tell you it's all Aida. That's all I stitch on. But there's some beautiful Aidas out there. And I don't know what this one is because I didn't put a ticket in here, but I have it in my book. So I also have a little notebook that I use. It's just a plain journal. And inside the journal, I will write down the project and some information about like the name of it, who's it by, how many stitches, when I started it. Oh, this one I happened to complete. What cloth I used. And so I just keep a running list going so I can refer back to that if I ever need to know anything. This is a bag I made. I have a thing for bunnies too. My daughter's like, how many more bunny patterns are you going to buy? But I really like bunny patterns. Okay. This one is from Scattered Seed Samplers. And isn't he cute? He has a pack full of carrots on his back. And there's a crow. Now this is one I started back like 5 years ago when, oh, well, I can tell you. I started in 2017 because I put the date on it. Now, I know people put their finishing dates on things. I like to put the date I started. So do what you want. I like to put the date I start. But I think most people put the date they end. Well, and I'll show you one example of a reason why I put the date I start. And that's this project right here. My sister made this bag for me because her and I went to... We met in Texas. She lives in Ohio. And we had a sister's stitching week. And we pretty much stayed in a hotel room and did stitching because the weather was not very nice. This is Hawk Run Hollow. The farms of Hawk Run Hollow. And her and I both started this same project. Okay. And the reason so back to why I like to put the date or the year that I started something is because her and I started this together and I wanted to document the date, the year that her and I started it together. So I didn't want to put the date I finished it. So I put the date, I'm sorry, this is very wrinkled. So this is Farms at Hawk Run Hollow and there's going to be more. I haven't stitched any more of the border, but I did get a good start on the border here. And the first block is done. Hawk Run Farm. Let me tell you, those cows at the top, oh, they took me forever. And then I got, let's see, no, I got over to here and started putting, oh, you can see I kind of, oh, I don't know, is that attached? Oh, well, some of it's attached. It says livestock auction Tuesday at dawn. So this has the days of the week all in it. So this is going to be her and I here in the center. And like she's already stitched hers and put our initials here. And I need to do the same thing. So I put 2021 on it so that it's the year we started. And then I'm going to put our initials as well next to these two cowgirls. But she's already done that. So I need to do that part. Anyway, so that's why I like to put the date I start. If I decide later I want to put the date I end, then fine. You know, do what you like, not what everybody else does. Okay, so I really need to get back to that one. She was telling me she was tending her farm the other day. And I said, well, my animals are probably all dead because I haven't gotten back to this. So that's another one I really want to get back to. This is not my bag, but look at how fun this fabric is. And I'm sorry, I don't think I know whose this bag this is. It's one I bought off of Etsy. Okay, this is Stacy, gotta stop doing that. Stacy Nash Primitive Summer at Hollyberry Farms. Hollyberry Farms. Okay, and that border is intense. So I have a small start on that. And let me share that with you here. The border is very county. Like, there's a lot of counting and messing around and, oh my goodness. But there is my start. I mean, I think there's sort of a pattern, but I just didn't get into it. Like you can see, I didn't get that much done. So I'm sure there is, but I just don't know what it is yet. There's a bunch of the pretty threads. It's going to be fun to have this record of this WIP parade now and then in a year when I do another one to see if I still have the same WIPs. And I could care less if I do. I don't mind having all the in-progress stuff because it's so much easier for me to just say, oh, I want to work on that and pick it up and go. And I don't have to kit it. Kitting is not fun for me. Okay, this is another one of my bags. Love this, the vintage feel to it. This is, oh, from Sweet Land of Liberty. And it's this one right here. I think it's called America, if I recall. Or Eagle America or something, I don't know. But it's in that book. But I've made a lot of progress on this one. I love this. It's so pretty. It's a little bit softer than it's showing up. If I come back here, the color's better, but. So I've got to finish the eagle and the flag. And a couple fireworks over here. So that's really pretty. I love that. It looks really nice. See, I must have ironed this one before I put it away because it's nice and flat. And then I stored it in here flat. Okay, this was a 12 by 12 start. This is not my bag. This is also from Joyful Stitching on Etsy. This is a Teresa Kogut, and it's Be Kind. Love this one. So down the alphabet at the bottom spells out Be Kind. I think that is so cute. So this was a 12 by 12, and this is my start for that 12 by 12. I like doing alphabets. I think they're fun. Okay. When I love all the gold and colors in this. Yeah, I know they're a mess. Okay. Then this one was my bag. The mushrooms and the rainbows. That's so 70s, isn't it? Or 80s? 80s. 80s. Okay. This is Plum Street Samplers Afternoon. A Gentleman's Daughter. I don't know where I was going with that. So it's from Pride and Prejudice. And it says, he is a gentleman and I am a gentleman's daughter. So far we are equal. Love that. Love Pride and Prejudice. Let's see here. Oh, I have a small start. This was a 12 by 12. I don't know if I said that. Pretty. I want to get back to this one too. It's so fun when you go back and look at all these that you've started and you're like, oh, I want to work on that one and that one and that one. I will one day. This was, yes, I made this one as well. I'm thinking about making some bags and putting them in my Etsy shop. I've ordered all the stuff. I've ordered a bunch of zippers. I ordered some vinyl, but I don't know. I just don't have time. Okay, this is Houses of Barry's Chapel Road, Miss Baxter's house. I love the chickens in this and the log cabin. Look at the rooster and all his hens. And I have, I can't remember if this was a 12 by 12. I think this was a 12 by 12 start as well. So I have part of one of the borders. I must have just, my time was up, so I just quit, I guess. That's kind of funny. Did I already show you the colors? I don't know. They're pretty. This one, I love this fabric too. I think this is a Picture This Plus. Ada, of course. It looks like an 18 count. Oh no, it's a 16 count. Rin, Picture This Plus. I'm finding I really like 16 count. I think that's my favorite. This was another 12 by 12 start. My bag. Owls. This is Strawberry Harvest. This is another one the Contented Stitcher had done up that was, oh my goodness, beautiful. I mean, how could you not love it? Look at all the pinks and the greens in there. Pink is the best. And I did it on this, started it on this gray kind of fabric here in the border. It's not as dark as it's showing up. It's much brighter than that, but it's just not showing up very well. Here are the colors. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Gosh, I need to learn how to not sleep, right? Although I don't sleep very well anyway, but for as much as I don't sleep, you'd think I'd have more done. Okay. Last project. Yes, I made this bag. And, oh, this is out of a book, but I don't have a picture of the, it's from a book from Bonnie and Camille. I think it's called the Quilt Bee. And it has a bunch of kind of like quilt blocks and it's all bright colors. And I'm sorry, I don't have a picture of it. It's so pretty though and cute. There's kind of like quilt blocks on it. And there is a quilt made up like this, but she also did a cross stitch version of this, which I think is super cool. I love when they do that. Here's my colors, and they're not as bright as they're showing up, but they're pretty bright. They're pretty bright. And I like everything. I like some brighter stuff. I like samplers. I like smalls. I just like it all. Now I do have one or two other WIPs that I don't have here. They're in my work bag, which is in my car. And so I didn't bring those in. And I was going to remember what they were. Or I don't remember. It doesn't matter. Oh, one of them was the Christmas Mystery Barbara Anna designs that she did this last Christmas. And I did 2 of the weeks and I only have 1 week left to do. And I actually pulled that out and worked on it on the 25th of this month for Christmas. But it's in my work bag, which is not in here. And then there's another one in my work bag as well. But I don't know what it is. Oh, well. Oh, yes, I do. It's Winter Fox. I think that's I'm not going to say who the designer is because I don't remember. But it's Winter Fox. And I have been working on that and it's so cute. So you'll see that next video. So those were 2 WIPs that I also brought in that I don't have to show you. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. I try not to make it too long. If you have any questions on anything or want to know what any fabric is or thread or anything, please just ask me and I can let you know. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. Be kind to one another. Be kind to yourself, especially. It's a rough world out there and everyone can use a little kindness. Start all the things and finish nothing unless you get it finished. Yay! Thanks for joining me. Bye.